5 seconds. That's all I got.
Imagine this. The year 1999, Sony unveils the MVC Mavica FD95, a digital camera like no other. Its 20 times optical zoom and 2.1 megapixel sensor took photography to unprecedented levels. And what set it apart? It stored your captures on a floppy disk. In the realm of digital technology, Sony's Mavica FD95 was a pioneer. It was once the future of photography, but now it's a relic of the past.
Okay, can you imagine having the patience? This, I think, is 320 by 240, and then only 5 seconds at a time, and then you got to wait for the thing to record to the memory stick, and then you got to put it on the computer and string it all together before it. Yeah, the Sony Mavica FD95, state of the art back in 2000. You know how long it would take to do a vlog like this? Okay, I just realized I can set it to record up to 15 seconds because I'm using the memory stick function. I guess that's how that does it. And the resolution is 320 by 240, so it's better than I thought it would. Now I will say it does load very quickly into my movie editor, but the time that it takes to record to the disk after 15 seconds far outweighs the time I save getting it into the editor. This is very slow.
Yeah, it's still recording it to the memory stick. Oh my. Okay, now time for the next 15 seconds.
Now, to be fair, this is a still camera first. This is not like, you know, a video camera. It's supposed to be a hybrid, but it was their first entry into video on a format like this without using video cassette tapes. Yeah, so if I really wanted to shoot a video, I could always pull out. I do have a Sharp and I do have a Sony video camcorder, low resolution. Should try that. See how it compares. What a waste! I'm wasting.
All right, we're trying this again. I'm gonna hope that I'm getting some audio into this thing this time. This is very frustrating. I might as well just go through the pain of going through the memory stick, because at least I could just shove this right in and... Okay. Before I go any further, do I have audio? Alright, this is probably going to be the only time I ever do this with this camera. I'm using the Mavica, can't even remember the name. Well, it's the FD95. I've had this thing since the year 2000, probably, yeah, the year 2000. I had the 92, the FD92 before it for about, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And I enjoyed it, but the 95 was about $50 more, so I thought I'd save a little money. Well, you know what? The capability of the 95, at least 23 years ago, was like light years ahead of the previous model. So I sold the previous model and bought the 95. Great camera. Now, as you saw in some of the previous clips here, it had some limitations when it came to video. The still images are actually quite good for a 2.1 megapixel camera. And then, but the video, I was limited to, well, there was no HD at the time. HD didn't really emerge for the consumer in wide use until around 2009, when, you know, all the poop hit the fan and everyone had to dump their old TVs for some new TV technology, and the government gave away a box and you could put it on your TV, and because they were, what a flippin' nightmare all that was. They should have just let the market drive everything, but now the government had to step in and, okay, well, that's enough of that. Anyway, so I have this camera, and it's been packed away for a very long time, and I pulled it out the other day and I went, you know, I wonder if I can get around this 25 or this 15 second, yeah, it's a 15-second limitation when it goes to floppy disk, because believe it or not, it puts files on a floppy. By the way, yes, I do have a floppy disk drive that I can hook to my computer and get stuff off of it and do that, but man, what we went through in the day, just to take pictures, take digital pictures. And then I do have one of these, which coupled with a 128 megabyte Sony memory stick, you know, flip this baby in here, put a few batteries in it, some, you know, these little button batteries, and this becomes your floppy disk with, rather than 1.5 megabytes, which is I think what this thing will give me, it gives me 128 megabytes. But still, I have for whatever reason, a 15-second limit of recording time. So how can I get a longer recording time? I've done some conversions, hang on a minute, from old video, you know, VHS and the like. I'm going to fire up my little Canon here, and I'm going to show you, and I'll cut away to it here in just a second, as soon as I get my hand in there and kind of do this. I do conversions with this guy right here, and I'm showing it to you right now, you looking at me. There's the Mavica. Great piece of technology for the day, and but the problem is I've got to use an external mic, which I've got right here, running directly into this thing up there, and then video coming out of here and going up here. And the batteries, oh my gosh, the Sony batteries, they're dead. 23 years later, the lithium ions just do not work very well. So I've got this cable, which is going to that brick right there, and that's how it's being powered. I don't think I'll do this ever again. This is just a one-timer, just to show you guys. I'm using the Clear Click, goes analog video in, goes to a little memory stick, which is over here. Can you see that okay? Yeah, probably. Let's see if I can, there you go. Goes to that, you hit record, and that's it. That's how it does it. I just did it for nostalgia's sake. I like, it conjures up memories of taking video with cameras like this, and that's about it. You know, the quality really sucks by today's standards, but in the day, 23 years ago, this was pretty good video, believe it or not, because the image we were seeing it on wasn't 720, 1080, certainly not 4K. So the scan was, you know, five times less than it is now in 4K. Because I think this is 320 by 240. Yeah. And when you get it up to, well, I'm only going to deliver this to you at 720. It kind of sucks. Make it big, very pixelated, but it's the nostalgia. All right, that's it. Just wanted to share my little goofy little setup. I hope I have audio going to this. I tested this a moment ago and it seemed to work. So, and then it's convoluted because the one click only does AVI files. I forgot about this. So when I take the memory stick out and shove it into the computer, then I got to convert it to MPEG-4, MP4 files or some other format that the computer will understand, because I'm on a Mac platform, it doesn't do AVI, I needed a little piece of software. It's too convoluted. This, I just plug this into the computer and boom, I'm in an editor and I can edit. All right. Leave a comment down below if you like and kind of are fond of the nostalgia of video that looks like